Hello and welcome back to another video for Final Fantasy XIV. This then talking about upcoming job adjustments then. This is a new Lodestone post posted today, the 4th of July 2024. So if you're wanting to know what was going to happen in regards to the future of certain jobs, then Yoshi P has you covered with this post. Yoshi P says this is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director of Final Fantasy XIV. Firstly, I'd like to thank you all for your patience and cooperation in dealing with server congestion during the early access for Dawntrail. With your support, we were able to reach a record number of concurrent users that we've not seen since the release of A Realm Reborn in 2013. It has been a joy to watch you all play, each in your own unique way, but we've become aware of several issues that may have proven a hindrance to your overall experience. For that, I sincerely apologize. We've already announced on the Lodestone that a number of these issues are presently under investigation, but rest assured we'll be doing everything in our power to address them as quickly as possible. You can expect a follow-up announcement as soon as fixes are ready for implementation. We've also been poring over your feedback for jobs, as we plan to make several fixes and adjustments for actions in patches 7.01 and 7.05. I would like to take this opportunity to explain some of these changes and our planned schedule moving forward. So these are the planned adjustments, so featuring lots of different things. First of all, Monk then. So planned Monk adjustments. While it was our aim to preserve Monk's playstyle from the 6.x series, several changes to their core abilities, Stacks of Fury chief among them, have significantly changed how it feels to play the job. We discovered certain actions had incorrect potencies, as well as an error pertaining to the requirements to apply Stacks of Fury. We plan to address this in patch 7.01, which should result in improved effectiveness of area of effect attacks. This will also necessitate minor adjustments to the job HUD. My apologies, he says again, for Monk's inadequate performance, which presently differs from what we previously announced. So there you go. If you're a Monk player and you're worried about Stacks of Fury, it seems they are going to be addressing that very soon. Very good. Planned Astrologian adjustments then. We've received considerable feedback concerning Astrologian, specifically the difficulty of play during damage burst phases, which we plan to address in 7.01. Light speed, which is essential in these phases, will have its recast time adjusted and will also be made into a charged action. We're also planning to shorten the recast time of their 2 draw actions and adjust the potency of Macrocosmos. I ask for your patience as we work to implement these changes in a timely fashion. So direct feedback, obviously, for light speed there. Very interesting that they're deciding to it's cool to see they're actually replying to the feedback here. So that'll be obviously in 7.01. Viper then, newly released in 7.0, we've received feedback pertaining to the busyness of their skill rotation. Okay. To that end, we're planning several improvements, including the easing of directional requirements. And changes to the effects of several actions. We're aiming to implement these changes in 7.05, though we also intend to make some smaller adjustments to the range of certain abilities, so the range that you can use them, in 7.01. It will take a while longer, but we hope to address player concerns as best we can. So I've played a little bit of Viper. I haven't got it to 100 yet, so I don't really have a full opinion on it, but getting from 80 to 90, I have noticed some abilities being a little bit further, like you can be further away with some other melee than you can with Viper for some of them. And yeah, the directional requirements, I guess, it didn't really bother me, but I can see some people would probably want that eased up a little bit. There is a lot of positional requirements for that job. But yeah, we'll have to see how things shape up, but I guess the feedback has been that it's too busy. Interesting. Big changes for Viper then in 7.05. Black Mage adjustments. Okay. Steady on then. Before learning the action Umbral Soul, Black Mage has difficulty recovering MP. We plan to address this with adjustments in 7.01, with plans to make further adjustments to action potencies in 7.05. Okay, I don't think that necessarily will answer many of the Black Mage concerns. You'll have to let me know. I think it's much more than just potencies. of abilities, but we'll have to see what they do. It might be more than that, but who knows. Planned tank adjustments then. Players have cited concerns with holding enmity in battle due to the fact that certain jobs are able to begin encounters with high damaging attacks, an issue compounded by the removal of damage from Dark Knight and Gunbreaker movement abilities. To help remedy this, we'll be adding increased enmity attacks to tank area of effect attacks, as well as their movement abilities in 7.01. So increased enmity from their movement abilities and AoEs. Interesting. I wasn't aware this was a thing, but it's good to see. I suppose everyone is bursting a lot harder, or at least a few of the jobs I've been playing have been bursting quite high, especially Picto. Planned Samurai and Red Mage adjustments then. For Samurai, we'll be reducing the recast timer of Tendo Setsugeka and Tendo Keishi Setsugeka. For Red Mage, we'll be extending the effect duration of manification. Oh, okay, that's good. That's good. That's actually really good. I wonder how much they'll extend that by. But yeah, manification. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So there's also Pictomancer adjustments then. We've discovered an issue wherein players could manually disable the effects of Subtractive Palette. Yeah, there was a huge Reddit post about this. Ether Hues and Ether Hues 2. This will be addressed with patch 7.01, but we ask that you please refrain from manually removing these status effects when practicing your rotations. My apologies for any confusion this may have caused. So if you're not sure about this, essentially it was worked out by somebody that it would technically be a DPS increase to cancel buffs. I don't exactly 100% know how it works. Maybe somebody can leave me a comment below, but it was fascinating to read. Obviously, people are going to min-max as much as they physically can, especially with new jobs. It's going to be an interesting adventure to see what people come up with. People were citing that it was the return of non-standard from Black Mage, but in a weird way for Picto. It is not intended, so they're addressing that. So yeah. Yoshi P says this covers all of the core issues and adjustments that can be discussed at present. Bear in mind, of course, this does not entail everything we have planned, and we will continue collecting feedback after the release of 7.01 and 7.05 as we consider further changes. In the meantime, I hope you continue to enjoy your adventures in Final Fantasy XIV. Yoshi P. So some interesting adjustments then, minor things listed for the most part. Hype about some mention, at least for Black Mage. I think they need to address it in a bigger way, really, personally, but, I'm sure other people are going to be more vocal about that. Tank adjustments, really good to see more enmity. People are bursting high. And the Pictomancer thing, yeah, that was obviously not going to be an intentional thing to, actually go up to your status effects and right click them to turn them off to gain a buff, basically. Well, to gain a bonus, because it's the casting of the ability and not the buff, right, that gives the, I don't know, I'm not going to go into it. You can find it on the internet if you're interested, but they're telling you to not do it, so I will also reiterate that we will not be doing that, so it won't be around for long anyway. Very interesting, very interesting. Let me know if there's anything that you think should have been addressed in this post, or if you're happy, or at least happy that they're addressing this. It's very interesting to me. We don't usually get posts like this quite soon, so it's obvious that they're very much paying attention to player feedback in this expansion, so we'll have to see how things work out. And of course, if your job wasn't mentioned, it doesn't mean that they're not getting attention, it just means it might take a little bit longer to have a write-up for that, and I'll address it in future posts. Anyway, link in the description if you want to go show this to your friends or read through this yourself. And yeah, hopefully we get some interesting adjustments in Dawntrail. Much love. Enjoy the rest of your day. More videos on the way. I'm currently working on unlocking a lot of content to actually showcase. It takes me a while, so apologies for that, but I'm not going to rush this expansion for nobody. But definitely working on it. Much love, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.